Hey up, welcome back. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a fancy safety gate for in-house. Basically just to stop dog from getting upstairs and what have you. So yeah, I've done a little bit of a drawing, a couple of templates. I'll show you how I worked all this lot out. And yeah, let's get cracking with it then. Right, so pretty much that is the main frame. It's all going to be made out of 25mm angle iron. So I'm going to try and make all this frame out of one piece. You'll see how I plan on doing that. There will be a lot of welding because I haven't got a bender, a roller to be able to do that. So I'm going to have to do loads of little cuts to be able to hopefully bend it and get that bit of a curve in it there. And then what my plan is, I've not seen any wood yet. I'm wanting to put some wooden lats in it. So I haven't got a clue what size wood I'm going to be able to use yet. And then for each gap on each bit of wood, I'm going to then put another 25mm piece of flat bar covering each gap on each one. And I might even make some little rivets to go all the way around, you know, to hold the wood in, as well as on the down pieces that I'm going to put in as well. You don't need it, but I think it'll just make it look like really nice, you know, some handmade rivets to go all the way around it. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work out a quick template on how I'm going to cut the angle iron in a way that I can bend it here to get a nice square corner on inside and a 50mm, well, a 25mm rad on the outside corners. And also I'll need to do same with this. This is not as critical because well, it's going to be a bit of a guess that when I come to do it. I've got it as like a 750 rad, but we'll just see how it turns out. I'm not overly bothered about that one. So yeah, right, so what I've got here is, imagine this is your angle iron. This is one flat surface, the other is facing downwards. So it's 25mm angle iron by 3mm thickness. So what I've done here is, this is the 3mm. So from here to here, that would be 22mm. So what you do is to figure out the rad. So it's a 22mm rad. Now if I wanted, I could get a piece of 44mm round. That's what that is, you know, from here. So if you do a full circle, it would be 44mm diameter. So I've done 44mm times pi, which gives you 138.2. Divide that by 4, because I only want a quarter of it, which gives me 30, well, nearly 35. So what I've done is I've actually, this section here, imagine I'm cutting straight in at 90 degrees. That'll be my first cut, all the way up to this 3mm section that's going down. So then I've measured from there to here. I've actually marked it at 36mm just to give me a little bit of clearance. And then from here I've set my thing is at 22mm and done that. So this section here that I've coloured in needs to be cut out. Now if I just do here, imagine this is the section, the other side of the angle iron. You know what I mean? So that's sort of what that side of angle iron looks like. If you can see that. So once I've cut this section out, I should be able to then bend it round here, which will give me my 90-degree bend and leave a nice radius on this corner, but I'd also get a square corner on the inside. So I'll probably end up cutting this out, and then I can just spray it on, and you know, save me having to draw it on each time I want to do it on the actual metal bar itself. If I just cut this template out, then it'll just make it easier for when I come to actually making it. Right, so these are my drawings that you've just seen me do. Now I was planning on, this is the angle iron I've got. What we're planning on doing is trying to do this entire frame out of one piece, and maybe have it just so it joins in the middle at bottom there. I'm not going to do that now. I think it would just be too much of a pain in the ass trying to do it that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut roughly, well, I'm just going to cut 3 meters off. I'm going to do this bottom and sides, and then I'm going to do this one separate, and then I'm going to weld it on at tops there. Right, so what I've done, I've cut one off at 3 meters. I've got it in here. I've marked the centre, and then what we've done is we've marked as length of the bottom minus the 3mm per side. So what I need to do now is, because if you look, that's the other side that goes down, so this is 3mm thick here. So I mark that, the template. If I put that on there like that, that section of steel is what I need to cut out. Right, so I've got that marked off now. Basically what I need to do is cut that red section out. Now from that point to this point should measure 989mm. I almost got it wrong as well. I put my template on that way to start with. I had to rub it out because I realised that I'd got it the wrong way, and it would have ended up being 50mm too long if I'd have done it that way. So now when I cut this out, this 3mm section here will add on to there, which will bump that back up, that 6mm that I've done it short. So I'll get them cut out now, see how well that goes. I'll stick it on a quick time lapse for that. Right, there we go. So hopefully these should just bend round nicely, and then just weld it up as I'm going. I might put a little bit of heat in it, it will make it easier, but I think I can probably get away with doing this cold, so I'm going to try that. I'll just get a little bit of a grind on edges so I can get a bit better penetration with weld. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld them all up, grind them flush, and then this is going to get painted. So we'll crack on with that next. Right, so I've got that clamped up in here, so I'm just going to try bending it. Hopefully it will work. Right, don't know if you can see that, we'll just bring you in. See how that works? Yep, that's absolutely perfect. Just bring you in and show you that. Zoom you out a little bit. As you can see, that's nice and square. Just need to get that welded up now and do the same on that side. There we go. Same on the other side. And I can weld back side and grind this face off. Right. So both sides welded up. I've done a run on inside on here as well. So what I'm going to do now is just put my grinding disc on that and give these a clean up. And then what we need to do is have a look at making the arch section of it. So I'll just whack you on time lapse while I grind this up. Right, so they're ground up, finished, quite nice. I am obviously going to be painting this once it's done. So now that's that section finished, let's have a go at doing this bit of an arch on it. Right, so I've cut this off at 1100mm. The overall gap on this thing from one side to the other, same on drawing, 995mm. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a load of little slits like every so often all the way along it to try and put that bit of a bend in. I'll just weld them back up and grind them off once I've got a decent bend, and I can cut it to length and just weld it all together then. So I'll stick you on time lapse while I do that. So that's come out fairly well, it's not too bad. Don't think I'm going to go much more than that. Well, I'm actually not. I'm going to leave it at that. I think that will be spot on. So I just need to work out my length now, cut these off and weld them onto the other side. I didn't want to do too many cuts because obviously I'm going to weld each one of them back up now. So I'm going to do that first and then get it all put together properly, and then we can start putting some wood in it then. Right, what I've done, I've cut them legs to length. I'll just chop this little piece off of there, and that's that is the size that it's going to be. Right, I forgot to show you me cutting them off, but basically I just marked them off, slit them, and now it's time to weld it all together. Right, so that is the frame pretty much done now. That's the bottom corners, came out quite nice. Fairly pleased with how that's come out so far. So what I need to do now is work out this wood. So I'm going to put this wood in, and then what I'm thinking is I've got, if you look down there, I've got some more flat bar, and I've also got some up there. I'll probably go with something like this, you know, and do a couple of runs of flat bar just down that face, just to break it up a bit front wood, plus it'll hold wood in a bit better as well. Right, so this video is getting fairly long now, with me showing you how workings are and everything. It's adding up quite a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this in two parts. So you've seen me make the frame. In the next part I'll be fitting all the wood and figuring out where I'm going to put the down sections, and depending on how long that takes, I'll probably make all the brackets and everything, you know, to make it work in the next video. So if you want to watch that, if you subscribe here, hit that bell so you don't miss it, and while you're waiting for that, I've got some other videos that'll pop up here. And yeah, so thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.